Oh my god, what the fuck just happened? There is no way that it crashed! Oh my god! My entire RBS just crashed! Oh no! Oh no. Holy shit. Yep. That's insane. This is insane. What is happening? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so wait, can everyone hear me now? Am I alive to you guys again? This is insane. I can't believe that just happened. Please tell me I'm not still dead. That timing is insane. Oh my god. Wait, I'm trying to... Let me get everything going back to normal again. This is insane. I can't believe it crashed at that moment. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait, I'm just checking to make sure it's working. Okay. I think everything is working now. Okay. I think that's okay. I think we've been saved. I think we've been saved. Sorry, I'm just checking something. Because that was insane behavior there. This absolutely just killed the entire vibe. That's so fucking funny. We'll go back like 10 seconds and we'll pick it up where we lost it. I'm like trying to fix this. What is happening? Sorry, I'm just making sure. Okay. Okay, there we go. Fixing that, fixing that. Okay, I think we're good. I think we are good. Okay. So that was insane. Oh my god. Insanity. Okay. I think we're safe. Holy shit. That was insanity. Okay, 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 okay. So, let's... We'll go back a few lines, right? The implied strap game was too much for your RPS. Jesus Christ. Looking at the chat now. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh no. So we aren't doing the fun kind of eating. Jesus Christ. I need you guys to understand that I literally saw a message in my notifications that literally just read, disconnected. Reconnecting for OBS Studios, and I was like, excuse me, the fuck? Okay. I have to go back to doing my good coordinated shit. Alright, are we ready? We're going back a little bit more. Oh, of course there is. I'm trying so hard to focus on this, but my dad is being annoying and won't stop talking to me, so the lesbians are eating each other. Leave me be, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. I like you. Did my other thing just crash now? Yep. I like you, dear one. The princess says in a voice which sounds uncommonly serious. You have been good to me. My god, what is happening? Something else just fucking went bad. Oh my god, crazy! Okay, no, we're good, we're good, we're good. We're good. You have been good to me, like I said. And kind. For that, I will be eternally appreciative. You have been so good to me, in fact, that simply being with you is not enough. Not anymore. Your company can no longer content me. I am a greedy, selfish girl, you see. The princess's smile widens into something sinister, her eyes flashing with a fiendish fervor you have never before witnessed. And I don't want to feel you beside me. I want to feel you inside me. Well, of all the things your charming captive could have said, you did not expect that. The princess, perhaps noticing your confusion, begins to giggle. A giggle even lighter than meringue, and just as airy. It is just as inoffensive. I can see that you don't understand, dear one. But you aren't the only one. My lost lady's maid said that too. Mainly the princess sighs. A villaged woe-is-me sigh which makes her look even younger than the scant handful of years she truly possesses. And the one before that. And the one before that. And the one before that. I thought that you, at least, might be able to appreciate my point of view. But perhaps not. I don't think it should be too complicated to grasp, really. But maybe my way of looking at the world is a little bit unique. That's what my nurse always used to say, at least. When she still had the breath to speak, of course. You look at the princess. Where else is there for you to look, really? Your eyes are fixed to her face. She is still smiling, but there is something sinister about her smile. Or perhaps, in your anxious state, you are only imagining that there is something sinister about her smile. It is easy to see things which do not really exist when your surroundings are festooned in shadows. In actuality, however, the princess does not look any different to how she usually does. Neither is she acting any differently to the way she usually acts. She has not changed. It is only your perspective of her that has changed. Is this the sex chamber? She puts a strap on you, ending the good one. Oh my god! Tremorously, you ask the princess what she means, a question the princess is only too happy to answer.
It is simple, really, like I said. You were wondering, weren't you, why there weren't any guards or any servants in the castle when you first arrived here? The question had crossed your mind, yes. You are sure that the princess had said her ministers sent them away, though. Was that a lie? I wasn't being wholly truthful, no. I thought you would be afraid of me if you knew what had actually happened. And I didn't want that. I wanted you to stay with me. My ministers didn't send anybody away because I don't have any ministers. I dispatched of them too. Did she now? You suppose you ought not be surprised, but you still shudder regardless. My ministers weren't very much fun, I'm afraid. They had a lot of ideas about what I should and shouldn't do after my parents died. The princess stares at you, her eyes wide like black holes, empty, yawning abysses. So I killed them. I killed my servants too, though I did a more thorough job with them than I did my ministers. I did not care for my ministers, you see. They were all fusty old men. But I did love my servants. I loved my ladies' maids, and my undermaids, and my scullery maids, and my housekeeper, and my cooks, and my large retinue of retainers. They were all like my family. They raised me in my parents' absence, and I adored them. They were so very dear to me that I had no real choice. I had to eat them. Does that follow? Not logically, no. Why, you asked the princess, your voice trembling, why would you eat the people that you love? It seems a poor way to repay them for their kindness. Well, why wouldn't you eat the people that you love? I don't think there could be any greater way of showcasing one's gratitude. Unless you have any better ideas? You weren't expecting the princess to turn the tables on you quite like this, and dumbfounded, you stare at her. You know precious little about love yourself, so it is hard for you to form a convincing rebuttal, but you muster up a few token arguments. You tell the princess that eating people isn't very nice, and neither is it strictly legal. Says the makings of a dead duff. Oh my god! Oh my god! Chew! Oh my god! A better way to show your gratitude to your servants would be with increased wages or increased holidays. The princess listens to your arguments, her expression astute, like a student poised to take notes in a very important lecture. Once you have finished, however, her concentration fails her. Her shoulders begin to shake, but it is not with remorse for what she has done. Instead, she is laughing. Oh, dear one, that is very funny. But why should I care about the law? I'm a princess. One day, I'll be the queen. I am the law. That is a good point, but would eating people not turn her subjects against her? What subjects? I'm no fool, you know, no matter how I might act, and I know what happens beyond the castle's walls. I know all about the plague. Once, I might have had a populace to govern, but they're all gone now. I'm a princess in nothing but name only. A monarch without any subjects. Don't you think that's sad? I know I do. It's so woefully lonely. If she feels lonely, then why has she been systematically slaughtering all of her domestics? It doesn't make a lick of sense. Perhaps not, to you. Gently, the princess caresses your cheek. But I shouldn't judge you too harshly. As much as I like you, dear one, you are a commoner. Perhaps you can't understand the intricacies of my thoughts. Privately, you doubt that anybody would be able to understand the intricacies of the princess's thought process, largely because it is unreasonable. You do not say that, though. Instead, you ask her the only question you can think to ask, with your weary throat which is sore from shouting. Why? Why, you ask? The princess blinks. It's because I don't want you to leave me, of course. Everybody leaves sooner or later, whether they have pledged their allegiance to me or not. This is simply the way of the world. People are fickle and inconstant, even to me, a monarch. That is why I decided to eat my servants. I had no choice, you see. It was the only way to ensure they would never leave me. When you think about it, they should be grateful that I would demean myself so to consume their flesh and blood. I am a ruler, you see, and I treat all of my subjects equally. I love every single one of you. And naturally, I love you too. You have been awfully nice to me. And you are very pretty alongside it. If you were a plain ugly girl, perhaps I would not shower you with affection quite as intense as this. But you've captured my heart. I think you're lovely. So I'll bestow upon you the highest honor I can conceive of. I want your body to mix with mine. Then we can stay together forever and ever. The princess leans in. You can feel her soft silken hair brushing against your cheeks. You can feel, too, the warmth of her breath as it ghosts against your skin. It is cold in the dungeon, but the princess's close proximity is perverse, though this might sound something of a comfort. Her eyes are wide and her lips are so red. Her smile, meanwhile, is so sweet. I've been doing my best to fulfill the role that fate has dictated for me, but really? The princess exhales. Her eyes, which are boring into yours, are like two dark tawns. Finally, you think you can see, in the alarming lack of light, the lack of anything. In the princess's gaze, some degree of humanity. It gets so lonely here. But this brief flicker of understanding, which passes between the pair of you, is soon cut short. The princess dips her head. She parts her lips, which are as red as the petals of a carnivorous flower. You feel the princess's breath against your neck. It is warm in the icy chill of the dungeons, and you shudder from it. For a few moments you think that this overture of the princess's could be romantic in a way. But this, too, comes with a swift, merciful close. The princess's mouth is on your neck. The princess's teeth, sharp as needles, are in your flesh. The princess is draining your blood. She is supping on it in great, greedy gobbets, like a hungry animal, one who cannot truly comprehend the harm it is causing. Even as the princess sups from you, her arms twined around your waist, you find you cannot hate her. She is far too unworldly. You are sure, as your consciousness begins to fade, that the princess was being sincere when she spoke of her love for her past servants. This is simply the way the princess expresses this great love of hers, a love which is so very abundant it borders upon the monstrous. It is a love you never thought that you would ever experience. This love of the princess's eclipses anything you would have ever known before. It eclipses sanity. It eclipses reason. It eclipses all notion that you might once have had of right or wrong. The princess, as you know full well, does not care about such concepts. You have always possessed a stubborn core, nestled beneath your weak-willed exterior, but the princess is even stubborner than you are. In the face of her love, you have met your match. The princess draws back. Desperately, you gasp for air, but she does not give you any quarter. As before, she dips her head, her lips redder still with your blood, then splits apart her jaw. Her teeth, which are impossibly, inhumanely sharp, glint wickedly like knives. Then she tears out your throat. The front of your nightgown was white once. Now it is red. There is so much blood you can smell it when you inhale, sharper than metal. It is so potent, you can taste it on your tongue. You try to inhale, but this task proves to be beyond you, with what the twin perforations that have ruptured your skin. Your attempted breaths, when they escape your lips, sound like sad, sorry wheezes. Your whole body, meanwhile, feels as though it is on fire. You make for quite the sorry sight indeed. But you'll forgive me if my sympathy is limited. You did bring this upon yourself, you know. You reap what you sow, and in your case you made a series of bad decisions, which led to your untimely demise. Now, what do you want to do? Will you accept this fate of yours and rest in peace, or will you try to fight against it?
Alright, are we accepting it or are we fighting? What are we doing? While humans drink drinking blood is love. No, little vampire, no they do not. I do not know a lot about human culture, but I do know that humans do not treat drinking blood as love. Fuck if I know, I feel crazy. Bro! It's crazy. I don't know about y'all, but yeah, neither who. No, you don't know about y'all, but what? What are you feeling? God, this is insane. I say we fight? Wait, I might poll this, actually. Let's see. Do I still have polls? That's a reward. Manage poll. Might need to close my ears, man. I get bigger version descriptions of blood on my side. Yeah, please be careful. To be fair, you normally have to wait till your date eats. For pretty and insane woman sentenced me to death, I am not queuing like whatever you say, beautiful. Oh my god. Should we accept our fate? Yes. No. And I will allow additional votes. This will run for 2 minutes at 10 channel points per vote for additional votes. Fight to the death. Whichever one wins, we're doing it. You can vote as many times as you want. Track, oh my god. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Watching this like go up and up and up is so funny. Spending my 5k points on this one, oh my god. I'm watching the poll move, it's so funny. Let's go. Let's see who has the most channel points they want to spend. Crazy behavior. Oh my god, there's 16 points. 17, 18, 20. Go, go, go. This is insane. We're doing great, guys. I'm gonna take this time to get a drink. Let's fucking do this. Man, I don't know what Corpse Party or the Castle one are, I'm not gonna lie. I am so, like, behind on media. Holy shit, there is 51 votes. 60 votes! Crazy! 64! Oh my god. The way that this is still barely beating out on the no. Y'all are going hard! Who will win, Drac or my loyal knight? Who will it be? They're both older in Corpse Party and some of the most graphic horror. Oh yeah, so that's why I wouldn't know them. I don't do any horror. This is like the first horror game I've played on my own. And my first horror game was Phasmo. Should we accept our fate? No! It has been decided after 124 votes. No. Insane. Okay, let me close that. Y'all fought hard. We're gonna fight against our fate.
That is a good answer, I must admit. I like it. It is impressive how very defiant you can be, even in a situation as discomforting as this. Now, try not to cry. Keep your chin up. This is but a minor setback in your story. Like all fair maidens, you are deserving of your own happy ending. You only need the strength to try and seek it out. Why don't we give this another go? Just try not to ensnare the hearts of any more monarchs, particularly those with unusual appetites. You are destined for far higher purposes than being an entree, and there are vastly more enjoyable ways to be eaten in this world. They fucking didn't. Oh my god. They wrote that. They put their whole fucking sentence into that one. There are vastly more enjoyable ways to be eaten in this world. Unbelievable. Your fate is, once again, in your hands. Now I wonder, which path will you take? Shore or village? Shore. So you want to go to the shore? Speed, no! Speed, no! Speed, no! Good idea. What will you discover there, I wonder? The night is far from over and there are any number of adventures still awaiting you. I hope that you've prepared yourself in advance. I do hope for your sake that you've learnt how to swim. I have a seeking suspicion that this skill might come in handy. You follow the path which leads to the shore, supporting yourself on weary, aching limbs, which feel ready to snap at the knee beneath the burden of your weight. You are little more than a wisp of a girl, but you have been running for so very long, and your feet are so very numb, you feel like a great lumbering thing. You need to lie down, and quickly. You only hope as you continue to run that you will find a means to escape your current predicament by the shore. You do not know what awaits you. But you have visions of a harbour extending out the horizon, cradling a fleet of white-sailed fishing vessels. I'm gonna save quickly. Surely there will be a kindly fisherman who will be willing to take you far, far away on his boat, to a place where your pursuer will not be able to find you. You can imagine, too, the face of this kindly fisherman, a face you have lifted from the fairy tales you read in abundance as a small child. He will have thick, bushy eyebrows and a dark brown beard streaked through with grey. He will look intimidating at a glance, but he will be fiercely protective of you like a father. You do not know what fathers are supposed to be like. You are only imagining. It is your imagination, however, which grants you the strength needed to keep going. Thinking that the MC is Crony and the villain is Mume, but the one who is like the narrator is also Crony. Future Crony being the MC. So true. I think Chu should give me perms to read Black Mamba on the stream. I'm just saying. Chu, you should give me perms to do a read on Black Mamba. Wait, actually? Wait, actually? Bro, wait, real? Oh my god, wait. No, wait. So we've already done one route in the story. Do you guys want to continue this one today? Or I can pull up that fic right now. What do you want? Do you want it now? I can bring it up now. Because this is going to be another 2 hours and we're not going to make it to the end tonight. So we're going to have to stop eventually. Bro, yes, do it. Oh my god, wait. We're doing a poll. Oh, wait. Yes, let's do it. Okay. Thinking. Sorry, I need to pull up the thing. Open a new private browsing window. Because I'm not letting you guys see my fucking things. AR3. The way that I have your @ memorized is so perfect that I can just type it in. Unbelievable. Okay, wait. I need to change my... Okay. Sorry, if I'm gonna change it, I'm gonna quickly fix that. And then... Save it again. Save it again. Wait. Fuck it. Oh, I have your AO3 memorized. Wait, I should be back on the screen. I can get rid of the yandere thieves and cannibalism, let's go! There's none of that here. Insane. Okay, I need to be so careful with what I'm about to do. Quickly triple checking, because we're gonna have to do a window capture. And that shit is evil. Wait, can I do browser?
Does this work? Oh, it does. Insane. Wait, why is it giving me that? I've already accepted that. Hello? Hello? Okay. We did not girl boss enough. Wait. We can girl boss this. Tamari, do you want to have me sending you the sneak peek? Yes! Oh no, it's more so, like, I've already clicked it on the actual, like, thing. But this one, I can't click it again, so it's getting caught on that. Okay. Try again. We're gonna have to do window capture! Oh, every stream is anxiety. If you guys ever want to know fear, it is a window capture on stream. Where did I put that? Fucking... There we go. Peak gaming! Can you say, guys say that, okay? Oh god, no, you cannot. Absolutely not. Wait. How about that? I don't need my gaming hands anymore. There we go. Do I have my casual hands? Absolutely I do. Wait. Me being unable to move my fucking hands, please. Oh my god, you know what? Fuck it. We're feeling silly today. Insane. Wait, no, I'm covering part of the words. Wait. Ah! She's doing great, guys. She's doing great. Trust me, I'm doing great. My hands are just a little bit disconnected from my body. There we go. Hi, Scene. Guys, am I gaming? How does that look? Does this look good? Oh, wait. Let's move. There we go. Just for now. We can move that back later. What do you think? Nope, I don't like that. What do you think? Sneak peek has been sent. Let's fucking go. I'll have to read that when I'm not streaming. I'm so excited. Fucking mint. I hope none of the NDs come in and see this because they're gonna lose their mind. We need background music. What do you think? Is this the vibe? Yeah, I think this is the vibe. Chill, gay, chill, fucking mint. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this. Are y'all excited? I got the perms, guys. We're reading fanfic on stream. I really, like, that is something I want to do. I want to do fanfic reading streams where we all sit. It'll be like a book club, but for fanfiction. Do you know what I mean? It's the book club for old people, but fun. I'm gonna raise my, look at the lower my hands just a tiny little bit actually. I keep touching my hands. Yes, there we go. Please, for the love of God, none of my... Wait, if I... Oh, wait. Why? If I open this? Nope, okay. I can have things on that page and it won't fuck it. That's fine. That's good. We're safe, we're safe, we're safe. Okay. Let me just fix something on the back end. If any of my fucking gen mates come in, I'm blaming you guys. Let it be known. This is like a good, like, you know, de-stress from the absolute fucking trauma that we all just experienced together of a woman eating another woman. But not in the fun way, in the scary way. Black Mamba's one of my favorites. I'll take the blame. There we go. Good. At least it's not me taking the blame. That's the main thing. Okay. This one eating, oh my god. This does not have any not safe for work in it yet. I say yes, yet, because this tag exists. I'm staring this tag down. One day, one day. Man, Cronmay is missing out on this sick stream. And that concludes today's lesson. Remember, your assignments are due by the start— wait, I wonder if I can remember my teacher voice. And that concludes today's lesson. Remember, your assignments are due by the start of next class. Be ready and don't hesitate to go to the Student Success Center for help if you need it. There's no shame in needing help, the teacher called out as she glanced at the clock. Almost immediately, a good chunk of her students bolted from the room in relief of it being over and being able to head off to lunch. She couldn't help but chuckle at that, moving to shuffle her papers in order as the rest of the students slowly trickled out of the classroom, chatting with each other. Well, all but one. Immediately, the blonde looked up in slight confusion at the sight of one student left. One of her best pupils, actually. Staying behind wasn't the strangest part. It was how she was sitting with her head propped up on one hand and looking at her phone, expression almost anxious as she bit her lip, deep in thought. "Mume?" she asked, raising to her feet and making her way to the desk. The brunette didn't seem to be paying attention. Another abnormality, which the usually attentive, if a bit airheaded student. "Mume, are you alright?" she repeated, stopping in front of her desk. Can you see my mouse when I'm moving it? No. That got her attention. Eyes lifting— I bit my tongue. Eyes lifting slightly to the sight of her shoes entering her vision and quickly darting up to meet her teachers. She looked tired, incredibly so. I'm sorry, miss. I'm not gonna do voices, by the way, because there's no way I can pull off Mume's voice. Wait, can I not? I can do the hi, but that's about it. Sorry, Miss Yuzuki. I was paying attention in class, I promise. Mume squeaked, quickly putting away her phone. She glanced around, blinking in confusion at the realization that everyone else had left. Brow furrowed. Once again, just call me Choco, but that's beside the point. Is everything alright, Mume? You seem troubled. Choco asked, tilting her head and looking concerned. Immediately, Mume stiffened, looking around in an excuse to avoid eye contact. Nothing too bad or crazy, just stuff. Sorry for making you worry, Mume squeaked as she started packing up herself, slipping her medical textbook into her backpack. With a little less care than such an expensive book should probably be handled with. Whoa, I've lost my ability to read. Wait a second. Alright, I understand. But if whatever it is becomes a problem, please don't hesitate to talk with me about it. I'm more than willing to help. Or just lend an ear if you need one. Choco just chuckled at the somewhat clumsy display, giving a warm smile that seemed to ease the brunette's franticness. If only a little. Yeah, gotcha, thank you. Mume called over her shoulder as she rushed out, looking at the clock with wide eyes. What can she say? She was gonna meet her friends for lunch, and she was about 2 minutes from being late. Choco watched her go with a shake of her head and a sigh, moving back to her desk and searching through a pile of assignments turned in early. There was Mume's paper. A quick glance made it clear that she was doing just fine in the classwork department. Still, she made a mental note to keep an eye on the brunette. Who knows what trouble she could have gotten herself into. Ironic. I'm sorry I'm late! Mume yelped as she nearly collided with their usual table in the cafeteria, out of breath and almost tripping over her own feet. Jesus! It's like it's hanging out at lunch, not a final, one of the three at the table huffed. Blue eyes narrowed in slight annoyance, but her amused grin kind of made it moot. Sorry, girl, just give me a break, okay? Mume huffed, pointedly taking her seat away from the girl, and instead sitting across from her, closer to the less engaged occupant of the table. Careful, you almost made me mess up, said occupant piped up, brushing her dark raven bangs out of her face as she continued sketching in her notebook, more careful to keep her elbow away from Mume to avoid any future mistakes.
Sorry, Ina, I'll be more careful. Mume gave an apologetic smile, raising her gaze to look around, her brow furrowed in confusion at the empty seat next to Gura. Glancing back up at her questioningly. Where's Ame? Mume tilted her head, setting her backpack aside as she started looking around. Already texted her, she said. She'd be here in a minute. Class apparently got dragged on a little later than she expected or whatever, Gura replied with a sigh, sparing a glance at the cafeteria entrance and propping her chin on her hand. Oh, should we wait to get food then? Mume asked, glancing between the two occupants of the table. Ina gave a shrug and small hum, and Gura just sighed loudly. I mean, she should be here any Gura started, only to pause and perk up at the head of a blonde hair emerging through the door. There she is! Hey bozo, over here! Gura called out, waving her over. Amelia rolled her eyes with a fond smile at the loud display, but nevertheless made her way to the table, taking her usual seat next to the white-haired girl. Geez, calm down, Stinky. I was only a few minutes late. Amelia laughed at that, earning her a pout and shove from the girl, which just made her laugh even harder. Guess I won't get to work on thumbnails for my painting project after all, Ina mumbled, though there was a fond shine of to her eyes as she looked at the two back and forth bickering. Oh, come on, we always hang out and study and stuff later. Then you can work on it if you want, Gura suggested, eyes lighting up at the thought. That's not actually a half bad idea there, Sharky. Ina mentioned, let's go. I still gotta do my research paper. Got so busy that I didn't do much more than find my sources. Ugh. Amelia sighed, rubbing her temples. Hey, I'm not a shark, just cause I'm on the swim team, bozo. Besides, why do you need to write a paper when you're doing criminal justice or whatever? What, did they ask you to write a paper on like the top 10 weirdest serial killers or something? Gura huffed, lightly bumping her head against the blonde's, which just drew a laugh from her. Close enough. Anyways, I'm guessing you got some stuff to catch up on music history? Amelia teased, earning her an elbow to the side and a glare. Shut up, it's not my fault music history is boring as hell. How did you even make music boring? It's stupid, Gura whined, making a face at the thought of the dull homework awaiting her. I just realized the power I have if I read Bay. So that's 3 of us. Who's got stuff to work on? What about you, Mume? Amelia turned her attention to the brunette who's been quiet during the conversation, only to find her on her phone. Brow furrowed and mouth set in a straight line. Mume. Earth to Mume. Come in, Mume. Amelia reached across the table, waving a hand in front of her face. The brunette glanced up quicker than before, looking like a deer caught in headlines. Oh, Bay's in here somewhere. I know, I'm so excited. I can be Akka. Plus, I got some stuff to figure out. Mume gave a sheepish smile as she put her phone away again. The other 3 at the table shared a look at that. Alright, Spill. What kind of stuff we talking about, Moon? Who do I need to beat up? Gura turned her attention to the brunette, giving a big grin and hitting her palm with her fist in a sort of tough guy pose that lost all intimidation considering how small the girl was. No, it's, I just promise not to laugh. Mume bit her lip, avoiding eye contact. I promise that I'll try not to laugh. Gura nodded sagely, earning her a light kick from Ina under the table and a look. You can talk to us about anything, Mume. We're here for you. Ina turned her attention back to the brunette, closing her sketchbook. Yeah, we're all ears if it makes you feel better, Amelia added, leaning her elbows on the table and her head in her hands. Mume bit her lip, thinking it over, then raised her head. I kind of sort of got so caught up in studying and stuff that I forgot to pay rent on time. And the late fee was pretty big, so I'm kind of sort of broke. And I got fired from the coffee shop for being late too many times, so I got no way to pay for gas for anything. Damn. F. Gura! What? I'm paying my respects. Mume did not, in fact, feel any better about this. Lunch was pretty uneventful after that. A few offers of money that she refused because she had no way to pay it back, some concerned looks, but other than that, same old, same old. So when Mume got up to leave and head home for the day, she wasn't really expecting it when Amelia asked to talk with her in private, but it was definitely weird. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how desperate are you for money? Amelia started, leaning against the wall and keeping her voice down. Like a 4 maybe? I'm not planning on doing anything illegal, I promise. Mume crossed her heart, well aware of how dumb of an idea it would be to do anything like that with a future detective as a friend. What? No, I was gonna suggest something. Were you? Amelia's stiff tone and posture quickly changed, looking genuinely worried at the idea. No, I wasn't. I want to graduate, not end up dead in an alley. Wow, reading this back now is insane. What were you gonna say? Mume stammered, crossing her arms. Alright, well, you ever heard of wardens? Amelia started, looking at her closely with a weird expression she couldn't really identify. Isn't that the law firm thingy you said you're gonna work for? Mume asked, brow furrowed. She remembered hearing about it once or twice. It was pretty successful, according to Amelia. But she'd never really seen it advertised on TV or anything, so she didn't really know much about it. She was a med student, not a law student. Don't you, kitty with a paw me. Well, I don't think I mentioned this before, but the head of it is my cousin, Crony. Crony, that sounded familiar. Why did it sound familiar? Well, anyways, she's been looking for a housekeeper for like a couple of years now. She's been struggling to find someone for it since, you know, lawyer, has sensitive case files, she doesn't want some rando finding while cleaning, yada yada, etc. Amelia explained, looking her up and down. Housekeeping? Like cleaning and stuff? I could do that, Mume thought out loud, uncrossing her arms. Sure, there'd be some parts that would probably suck, but it sounded doable. Kinda. Probably some meal prep and taking care of her dog when she isn't there too, but mostly cleaning. She's loaded and definitely will pay good money for someone who isn't gonna snoop. I can put in a good word for you if that sounds like something you'd want to do, Amelia continued, moving to stand up straight and visibly relaxing a little at her reaction to the idea. Yeah, I could definitely do that. Is there like some ad in the paper or... Nah, I can just tell her about you and see if she'd be interested in hiring you. I'll let you know what she says. Amelia smiled in relief for some reason, just giving her a pat on the shoulder and walking away. Crony Oro, huh? Wonder if I'm one of these people in here. I am not one of the people in here. Shame. Crazy. Alright. So, care to tell me what it is you were doing in my client's backyard in the middle of the night? A deep voice asked. I say with a not deep voice. Wait. So, care to tell me what it is you were doing in my client's backyard in the middle of the night? A deep voice asked. Tone calm, confident as cigar smoke billowed from their lips. Sharp eyes stared through every lie, every false pretense of bravery there was. I got nothing to say to you, came the response shaky. Oh, you don't? Shame. I was hoping we could discuss this civilly. They sighed, the dim glow of their lit cigar dropping to the floor and going out with the crush of their heel. The hell are you gonna do? I know my rights. A grunt of pain, a sigh of disappointment. People like you don't deserve rights. Now, here's what's going to happen. You're going to tell me who sent you to off my client, and I'll consider letting you out of here in handcuffs with only a few scratches. Deal? They growled, blue eyes glinting ominously in the sparse lighting of the small room, catching on the billow of smoke escaping their lips, and the slight glint of sharp canines. I ain't talking to a snake. Well then, I guess I'll have to get a little less friendly. I literally watched the sunrise during stream today, but it's okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Lovely. Oh, no. A ringtone. Rise and shine, reading king. A familiar one. Blue eyes glanced down in slight annoyance before they darted back up to their prey. Reaper, could you be a dear and take care of our guest while I take care of this call, please? They glanced over their shoulder to the figure leaning against the door frame. Red eyes glared at the man squirming in the snake's coils, cracking their knuckles. Sure thing, Warden. I'll get them talking by the time you're back, they nodded, stepping further into the room as the warden left, making sure to close the door behind them to muffle the sounds of the two getting acquainted. Still, they walked down the hall, far enough for the sounds to fade away entirely before pulling out their phone. What is it, detective? I mean, better this than the cannibalism story. This is like, you know, we went through the cannibalism scary story, and now we're like, you know how when you go through like something scary, you need to read something like more fluffier to like bring yourself back from the horror? I feel like that's what we're doing right now. We're just kind of like pulling ourselves back, taking the time, getting reacquainted with reality. It's good. We're taking our time to breathe, you know? Like reading cute cats, but this, oh my god. Huh, this place is kinda out the way, huh? Mume commented as she looked out the window. It was a pretty nice neighborhood, though neighborhood was a bit of a stretch considering how the houses were all mansions and a decent ways apart. Yeah, Crony wanted to make sure she's not stuck in the middle of some busy city center. She doesn't like being interrupted when she's working. She tried living in one of those swanky penthouses once, but the people below her kept throwing big loud parties that made work pretty much impossible. She's lived out here ever since. Amelia explained with a fond smile, thinking back of the memory of exasperated rants over the phone about her neighbors and just how funny it all sounded coming from her usually calm cousin. Gotcha. I'll make sure to be quiet then. I don't think she'd keep me around for too long if I annoyed her, Mume giggled, though it was slightly nervous. Hopefully, there weren't any expensive vases at Knocking Over Height. She'd rather not end up with even more debt. She's pretty chill. Those people were just loud as hell. Anyway, I'm sure you'll do fine. Amelia grinned as she finally approached their destination. Mume glanced up, only for her jaw to drop a little. It wasn't nearly as large as the other houses they had gone past, but what it lacked in size and made up for in looks. The entire place was surrounded by an iron fence, with intricate clockwork shapes welded to them. The gate itself adorned with some sort of crest with two snakes biting their own tails, bodies curled into the symbol of infinity. There was also a camera right below it and a speaker embedded into the pillars supporting the gate, probably so they could make sure who was actually at the gate. The house itself was a mixture of darker blacks and blues, strange considering it looked like a Tudor style of mansion, like a mix between something from a fairy tale and something modern. Well, we're here, Amelia announced as they approached the gate. It took a few seconds, but after a brief hum from the camera turning to aim at them, the gates whirred and opened in front of the car, giving them free rein to drive up to the property itself. Well, this is fancy, Mume commented as she looked around, growing the slightest bit anxious. She definitely didn't look the part to be in place as fancy as this. Plus, what if this crony girl is fancy too and she says something dumb in front of her? Yeah, Crony's pretty down to earth though. All of this is mostly so she doesn't get unwanted visitors bugging her. Amelia just shrugged as she unlocked the doors and got out, Mume quickly following in tow. Wait, I just need to quickly check something. Where is it? There we go. Sorry. I had to fix something. If you say so, Mume mumbled as the two made their way up from the pretty long cobblestone driveway and up the door. However, when Amelia rang the doorbell, something she hadn't really expected happened. She could hear the sound of claws scrabbling against the wooden floors, getting closer to the door and followed by excited barking, a sound she was pretty familiar with every time she went home and the family dog heard her ring the doorbell. There was something comforting about that. It was definitely a less intimidatingly serious and formal greeting than she expected. She had half expected a butler to open the door or something. Hey, alright, Tom, calm down, let me get to the door, boy. A voice spoke from inside. Smooth, deep, and funly exasperated. There were the sounds of a whimper and claws scratching the door and a few locks coming undone before it finally opened. Immediately, Amelia was attacked by a blur of dark grey fur and slobber that revealed itself to be a dog. Some sort of mutt that probably had some Great Dane in there considering how big it was. And then the second Mume looked up at the door itself, she found herself caught off guard even harder than before. Wonder how I can make this sound. Wait, I need a drink. I wonder how, like, airy I can make this sound, actually. I'm gonna make this sound so gay. Standing there was the most single beautiful woman she had ever seen. She had dark blue, almost black hair that framed stunningly bright blue eyes. She was wearing a very well-cut suit, black but adorned with bits of blue here and there that matched her eyes. A pair of leather gloves on her hands, and a pocket watch visibly poking out from one of the breast pockets. A blue ribbon tied to the part connecting the chain and the watch itself. She looked, well, utterly stunning. Geez, time, it's only been like 2 days, Amelia giggled as she tried to pry the excited mop off of her, and Mume quickly snapped out of it, quickly turning her attention towards that instead of ogling her potential employer. Oh. Don't you know? 10 days is 10 years in dog time. Very sad, the woman chuckled, shaking her head with a fond smile on her face that broke up the previously stoic look in her eyes. Oh yeah? Remind me to tell Bubba that next time he sees you, Amelia giggled, finally managing to get time to take enough of a break from his affectionate assault to stand fully instead of stooping down. Oh, come on. Bubba's even worse than Time is. That's not fair. Crony pouted, and Mume immediately decided that the craftsmanship of the porch deck was more interesting than the weirdly cute reaction. Yeah, I'll be sure to let him know you said that, Crony. I'm sure he'll be heartbroken. Amelia just grinned, patting the Time's head. The dog hadn't really calmed down at all, tail wagging at about Mach 5, an entire body wiggling with the sheer force of it as he panted. That's when said Mutt seemed to notice the new arrival and swiftly changed his plan of attack, which quickly led to said new arrival getting pounced by several pounds of affectionate dog and ending up on her back on the porch. Holy shit, what is happening to my reading comprehension? Well, hey, that tickles! Mume tried to squirm away as Time started to relentlessly attack her with kisses, tail somehow wagging even faster than before. Oh, and so the great Time Mutt claims another victim. Tragic. Amelia just started laughing at that, even more so at the immediate look of slight panic and concern on her cousin's face at the scene. She just gave a grin and helped pull the dog back, leaving Mume laying there, trying to catch her breath from the force of a Great Dane mix ramming into her at top speeds. Oh gosh, I'm sorry about him, hang on. The taller woman apologized, quickly taking hold of Mume's hands and hoisting her to her feet. Mume stumbled slightly, nearly ending up falling into said woman. It's alright. I have a dog at home who's the same way. I'm fine, Mume stammered with a noticeable voice crack, dusting herself off and avoiding eye contact. You sure you aren't hurt? He's, kinda big, the taller woman asked sheepishly, rubbing the back of her neck and looking over her just in case. How was a woman this drop-dead gorgeous such a dog? Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry. Mume gave as reassuring a smile as she could, moving to stand up straight with a little help from her. Okay, good. Again, sorry about the dog-shaped homing missile, and guess I should introduce myself then. Oro Crony, I'm Amelia's cousin. I'm assuming you're Mume? Crony asked, holding her hand out to shake. That's me, Nanashi Mume. Nice to meet you, Crony. Mume gave an awkward smile, reaching out and tentatively shaking her hand and trying to keep her focus on, well, anything but her. Nice to meet you too. Anyways, why don't I show you around and you can decide if you'd still be up to working here. It's kind of big, but I don't really make messes. I promise it won't be as much work as it looks. Crony gave a sheepish smile, letting go of her hand and turning to open the door wide enough for her two guests to make it past her and into the home. You can see you can see my cursor. Amazing. Unless she tries cooking something. Then it looks like a nuke went off, Amelia snickered as they made their way in with Time on their heels. What? Hey, like you're any better. Last time you used my kitchen, there was batter all over the ceiling. How do you even manage that? Crony huffed, closing the door behind them. Talent, Amelia just grinned, giving her cousin finger guns. Crony just rolled her eyes with a sigh, shaking her head. Anyways, annoyance that is Amelia Watson aside, hey! This is the entry hall. There's 2 floors in total, but I really only use a few rooms. Most of them I only tend to use when I have guest service, so they will probably end up just being some light dusting. Crony began, gesturing to the large hall in front of them. It had 2 staircases curving up to the 2nd floor, a chandelier hanging in between the 2 and banisters designed to look like snakes curling around the railings. Beyond the stairs was a small hall, seemingly leading to a small room just before the door to the backyard. Gotcha, I think I can handle that. Mume nodded, looking around in slight awe. She had never been inside a house like this before. Yeah, her parents were both in the medical field, but they never bothered in getting a big house like this. Just somewhere comfortably big for a family of 4 in a good neighborhood that let them use their money on other things. Alright then, here's the kitchen. I might ask you to make things that are easily reheatable sometimes. I frequently get swamped with work and occasionally end up not being able to leave the house to get something to eat, so having something here to heat up quickly would definitely help. Amelia's cracked down on me for not eating properly enough that I figured I'd add that on. But I'll pay you extra for that, of course, alongside taking care of time when I'm too busy. Crony continued, bringing them into a rather large kitchen that looked oddly modern considering the style of the house. Granite countertops, every manner of cooking appliance. Was that an ice cream churner and a sausage stuffer? Just how many things did she make here? Okay, I'll do my best, Mume nodded, making a mental note of the insane amount of things she could actually try to make considering she didn't really have most of these things at her apartment. Looking around more, she spotted a dog bowl labeled with a drawing of a clock in Sharpie and a pretty high-quality pet bed with a few dog toys strewn around the corner. Guess the dog food bag must be in the pantry too. Not to set the bar crazy high, but Moom over here is a pretty damn good cook. She made us all cookies for finals last semester, and they were so good Gura cried a little, Amelia piped up, causing Mume's face to quickly flush at the praise and memory. In Gura's defense, she was super stressed out about finals, and it was more about getting a break from studying than the cookies. Probably. Oh? Remind me to ask about you making cookies sometimes then. Crony flashed a dazzling smile that made her face heat up for very different reasons. Anyways, the dining room's through there. Not much to say about it. The only thing of note is that it'll probably only need cleaning after I have guests over. On the other side of the stairs, there's the living room and lounge. I use those 2 a fair bit more frequently. Crony continued the tour, leading the 2, well, 3 counting the dog, over to said rooms. The living room was honestly pretty standard, minus how big the TV was. The couches were pretty nice too, with cup holders and consoles in between seats for snacks or the remote. There was a DVD player and a bookshelf of movies, but not much else. The lounge, however, was a different story. For one, it had a bar in it. A genuine, tap-having glass-stacked bar with drinking, mixing equipment, and liquor fully stocked. It had an even bigger TV with several consoles all attached to both it and one of the many outlets along the wall, including, much to her utter bafflement, a VR headset. This lawyer had a freaking gaming suite? This place will definitely need cleaning after I have more than 1 or 2 guests over, and so will the bathroom over there too. Also, fair warning, one of my associates tends to invite their wife over when they come to hang out, and well, don't be surprised if you need to clean up broken Joy-Cons. She's a lot stronger than she looks, and she doesn't take losing in Mario Kart very well. Crony gave a bit of an awkward smile at that last part, rubbing the back of her neck. You mean good old gorilla arms? Amelia asked, snickering at the memory of seeing exactly what she was talking about in practice. Yeah, her. She's good company otherwise, but she doesn't know her own strength, Crony sighed, rubbing her temples at those exact same memories. Ah. Well, I guess I'll be earning my pay then, Mume just nodded, thinking about how her brother would sometimes throw the controller when he got particularly angry at a game. He got a real earful when they needed to replace it. For the 3rd time in a row. After he threw it out the window, he's not allowed to play rage games anymore. I guess so. Anyways, up there are the bedrooms and my office. There's also a cellar, but it's mostly for wine storage, so I don't think you'll need to go down there anyways. Crony hand waved at the notion of the ladder as she made their way upstairs. God, the jump scare. I still can't believe you made an entire wine room down there. You got the alcohol tolerance of a feather blowing in the wind. So true. Amelia made a face at that, earning her a sigh and a roll of eyes. I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyways, The guest room is basically never used, so that'll just be dusting. My office is just when I tell you to though. As a lawyer, I keep some sensitive documents in there, and I'd need to make sure they're all put away before you clean since I could get in legal trouble for that. NDAs and stuff, Crony explained as she walked past the guest room and said office. Yeah. So I think I'm going to turn this up a little. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think anyone would want a random med student seeing their private info, Mume half joked as Crony opened the door to their master bedroom. Well then, I know how this room looks very well. It was sizable. That much was predictable. But it felt, well, not anything like she'd think of when the term rich person room came to mind. No weird monochromatic bright white color scheme, no random empty spaces because the room was stupidly big, no minimalistic weirdness that made it look like no one actually lived there. It was almost cozy, in a way. The walls are navy blue with dark oak floors, large blue curtains hanging from the windows that actually looked like they'd work instead of the weird borderline just for display drapes she'd expected in a rich person's house. There was a fireplace on the opposite end of the room with a rather intricate, almost decorative looking shotgun mounted over it, and a love seat in front of it. There was an antique bookshelf stacked with books, and most notably, the master bed, frame carved out of dark wood into once again several snake and time motifs. The bed itself looked incredibly short, and so did the blankets and pillows. The comforters are navy blue and decorated with clockwork designs in golden thread. All in all, calling it swanky might have been an understatement. My living room and bedroom are probably the rooms I use the most, but there shouldn't be much to clean in here. I make my own bed and stuff. Probably just some dusting, maybe cleaning out the fireplace. That's probably it, Crony finished, taking a quick glance at her pocket watch. Seems I have some more time before my next meeting than I thought. Any questions? Crony turned to Mume, tucking her watch back in her breast pocket. Not really. I think I got everything. I'd need to look at my class schedule to see when I'll be free to work, but I can make it work. Mume gave a nervous, but genuinely relieved smile at potentially striking a job so quickly. Alright, since you seem like a nice girl, and I know Ame's got a good choice in people, the job's yours if you want it. Crony gave a small smile, nodding in approval. She just said she'd make it work, ding-dong. Amelia rolled her eyes with a grin, earning her another pout and roll of the eyes. Yeah, whatever. We can talk about the details later when this one isn't there to give a play-by-play and director's commentary at the same time, Crony huffed, turning on her heel and stalking her way back to the entrance with the girls and dog in tow. Alright, I get the hint. Come on, Mume, let's go somewhere we're appreciated. Amelia huffed right back, grabbing the brunette by the arm and starting to drag her out. It was nice meeting you, Mume called over her shoulder as she stumbled behind the blonde. It was nice meeting you too, Crony gave a polite smile and nod before she vanished back inside the mansion, time in tow. Well, seemed her life was about to get interesting. I can read. So, what was that about? The red-eyed woman asked, nursing her bruised knuckles as the new arrival stepped into the room. Well, it seems I finally found a housekeeper. Well, more like Watson found her, Crony answered, taking a quick glance at her pocket watch before carefully sliding it back into the breast pocket. I see. They safe? The other asked, crossing her arms with a concerned look in her eyes, though she tried to keep it out of her face. Unfortunately for her, Crony knew her better than that. I looked into their file myself. No criminal record, none in their immediate family either. I asked Watson some follow-up questions about them too. They seemed like a safe choice. I'll still be careful though. Don't look at me like that, you're making a face. Crony frowned at the doubtful tinge in her friend's expression. I'm not making a face, the older woman lied through her teeth, turning her head away from facing her. Crony just laughed a little at that, giving her a pat on the back. Aw, big scary Reaper is worried about me. How sweet, Crony grinned, earning her an angry huff and pout. Well, don't get it twisted. It'd be really bad if something happened to you, then all our asses are grass. She continued to bluff, though there was a certain amount of truth to it. Yeah, whatever you say, Callie. Aren't you the one already fraternizing with folks outside of the company? Crony gave an amused smile, throwing an arm around her shoulders. Immediately, Callie's face burned red, shoving a giggling Crony off of her and pulling on her gloves to hide the bruises. Geez, I was gonna say good luck on your date tomorrow night. Crony's grin only widened as she called after her. She's not my girlfriend! Callie shrieked, ears now matching her eyes shade-wise. I didn't even mention her! That was you. Glad to see you admitting it. Crony started, straight up laughing, though she tried to muffle it with her hand. Callie sputtered indignantly, opening and closing her mouth like a fish as she scrambled to say anything. Oh, you better get a damn girlfriend so I can tease you right back, asshole. Callie grumbled, shoving her hands into the pockets and turning to head into the meeting room. Oh, I love you too, Callie. Also, that's not happening. Who could possibly match this perfection? Crony joked, placing a hand against her chest in mock offense before her smile fell a little, turned a bit more fragile. Thankfully, Callie wasn't looking at her anymore and didn't see that little falter. Thank God. Yeah, now shut up. We got work to do since our guest got real damn talkative after a few icebreakers. Callie grumbled out as Crony followed her in tow. Guess we got someone to add to the list then, huh? That we do, Cronster. That we do. Oh, for oi! Okay. Oh, for oi! Can you get the damn powdered sugar? I can't reach. A higher-pitched voice cut through the semi-thick with an accent. The girl currently on her tippy toes in a feeble attempt to reach a particularly high shelf. Oh yeah, sorry, bae. Mume stammered, quickly moving from her station washing dishes over to the struggling Aussie. Oh my god, Aussie mention! Easily reaching the offending bag before following her friend's example and getting up on her tippy toes. Thanks, Mumeshi. Whoever used the stupid thing last was freakishly tall or something. Bae grumbled, turning back to make the frosting. I think you're just really short, Pipsqueak. Aussie jump scared so true. Piped up yet another voice belonging to a taller girl with mismatched eyes, grinning smugly at the shortest of the three, who just gave her a glare. Iris, my mate, my friend, my pal, light of my life, shut the hell up. Bae hissed, turning and lightly kicking at Iris, who just sidestepped out of the range, grin only growing wide. Can I ocker? Wait. Iris, my mate, my friend, my pal, light of my life. I can't ocker. I can't ocker anymore, wait. Why can I not use my own accent on stream? Why can I not use my own damn accent? Wait. Huh? I'm in disbelief. Oh my god, this is insane. My mate, my friend, my pal, light of my life, shut the hell up. Bae hissed, turning and lightly kicking at Iris, who just sidestepped. Hey, I'm not the one making this take longer than it needs to. We only got like an hour to finish this thing, and it'll take time in the oven. By the way, if you screw up the buttercream, I'm gonna make sure to tell Miss Haru, and it was all you. Good night, Drac. Have a good rest of your evening. Stay safe, make good choices. Iris replied cheerfully and unhelpfully, earning her another attempted kick that actually made the slightest brush of contact, causing her to let out a startled yelp. Oh, come on. It's only got a little more time in the oven. It'll be fine. Just pay attention to the oven, damn snake. Bae huffed as she got to work, measuring out the powdered sugar, butter, and heavy cream. Alright. Wait, aren't you missing the vanilla and salt? I think it kinda needs those. Iris just continued giving her a bad time, though this time with a purpose, considering doing badly would reflect their collective grade on this particular current culinary assignment. Ah, yeah, I was getting them. You used it last for the batter. Where'd the vanilla and salt go? Mumeshi, Bae prompted, turning around fully when Mume didn't respond immediately. Sorry, it's, here. Mume stammered, cheeks hot with embarrassment as she scrambled to grab both and hand them over, trying to ignore the side-eye Iris was giving her on top of Bae's somewhat concerned look. You right there? Why can I not accent anymore?
my own accent. They asked quietly, tilting her head with a concerned frown. Yeah, I'm fine, Mume squeaked, practically shoving the salt container into the redhead's hand. The two girlfriends? Shared a look at that, then looked back at the flustering brunette. Alright, hold up, what's going on? Iris interrogated with a rather serious expression on the usually carefree and dorky girl. What do you mean? Mume started, avoiding eye contact and rocking on the balls of her feet. Mume, you know I love ya. But you're an even worse liar than Iris. They huffed, earning her an offended scorn from said girl, as the redhead quickly got the right measurements into the frosting mixture and set it to mix. You're acting all shy too. Is it a guy, gal, maybe a non-binary pal? Iris prodded, grinning a little at the last part, which just got her an elbow in her side from Bay at the semi-dumb joke. Mume stumbled, head down and cheeks burning bright red at being caught bumbling so bad. Hey, we aren't going to be jerks about it. You can talk to us about these things, you know? Bay prompted in a less goofy and slightly teasing fashion, giving an encouraging smile when Mume lifted her head. Okay, so, I got a job, which is great. But, there's a, hot co-worker. You got a job at a flower shop, and the tattoo parlor across the street's got a hot tattoo artist. Iris interrupted unhelpfully, earning a harder elbow to the ribs and a grunt of pain for her trouble. No, it's, well, I'm gonna be cleaning the house of, I think she's a lawyer, but, Mume rubbed the back of her neck, flushing further at the thought of her new boss. She's hot? Iris suggested, rubbing her sore side and sidestepping another elbow. Yeah, Mume sighed dejectedly at the two, figuring it out this quickly. At least neither of them shared classes with Amelia. She definitely wouldn't want her to know how hot she thought her cousin was. That would be... yeah. How hot? 1 to 10, Iris asked, leaning in further and looking fully interested now. Bay rolled her eyes at that, but seemed just as interested considering she shuffled closer, the two basically cornering her against the counter now. 11, Mume sighed again, though there was longing rather than dejection, remembering the way those blue eyes had looked at her in amusement, how her hands felt when she pulled her to her feet. God, she was stupidly head over heels so stupidly fast, and it was just embarrassing. A hot, rich lawyer. What is this, a Hallmark movie? Bay finally let up on the serious expression, snickering a little. Oh, perfect. Coming this winter, a down-on-her-luck college student goes looking for a job and instead finds love. Coming this winter. Iris started laughing, grinning from ear to ear. Shut up, Mume shrieked indignantly, ears burning a bright red at this point. Sheesh, touchy. Well, anyways, hey, if it works out, you'll finally stop being the only one without a girlfriend. A rich one at that. Iris continued unhelpfully, earning a flustered squeak and a half-hearted glare from the brunette. We aren't dating, Bay replied almost automatically, utterly deadpan and tone dry as a stale baguette as she turned off the mixture. I feel like it changes every other day, Mume mumbled, turning to hide the blush on her face at the implications of Iris' comment. Only according to Bay, we don't break and make up that often. Anyways, for real, I'd probably be careful, yeah? Don't want to end up turning into a rich person's sugar baby or something. I mean, unless you're into that, rich people are kinky. Iris nodded thoughtfully in spite of the utterly out of nowhere, well, everything. Sugar baby, what? Mume shrieked, entire face turning a shade. A stop sign would envy and heart rate sitting at the comfortable speed of could keep pace with a moving car, as she just continued to stammer and stumble. Here Iris strikes again. Bay sighed, tone far more serious than the situation honestly called for. What do you mean? What did I say? Iris asked with a badly feigned innocence, trying and horribly failing at hiding yet another shit-eating grin. You suck, Mume grumbled, turning to sulk off somewhere else and away from the two as Iris cracked and burst into laughter that quickly earned her a swift elbow to the ribs from her girlfriend once again. Could you stop that? How am I supposed to explain the bruises you keep giving me every time I wear a crop top? Iris whined, voice fading as Mume just kept walking. Assignment be damned. Stop being a pain in the ass, then we'll see, come Bay's reply, before Mume finally made her way out of the classroom, past the other students working on their own cakes, giving the teacher a brief excuse of heading to the bathroom as she went. Yeah, she went to the bathroom, but figured she might as well get followed.
She figured she might get followed if those two came looking for her, and decided to go to the one on the other side of the building. Letting out a deep sigh as she stood in front of the mirror, brow furrowed. How the hell am I gonna do this? Mermaid muttered under her breath, rubbing her temples to try and will away the headache that was trying to set in behind her eyes. However, the sound of a text tone gave her pause. Slowly, hands shaking, she pulled it out, eyes scanning the text on screen and heart leaping into her throat. Aura Crony, 2:25 p.m. Hello. I don't believe we discussed when you would begin working or what times. Would you be available to come over and iron out the details? Well, she's screwed. God bless. Alright. I'm gonna end it here. So I'm gonna move. Insane! Okay, did that work fine? Yeah, it did. We have done so much reading today. Look at that. I think I should officially be redeemed on my cannot read allegations. Do you know what I mean? Thank you for reading it. That was really nice. It's always fun reading fics, honestly. I love being able to read people's content because, God, I fucking love reading fanfiction so much. It is so nice. It is so just calming, you know? And I think we needed that after listening to a woman literally ripping out somebody's throat with her teeth. Insane. You did a really good job, dude. What the fuck is that noise coming from? What the hell? What the fuck? Ah. Stop that. That's the game. There we go. I mean, both were kind of hot, but in different ways. Speed! Oh my god. Speed! Unbelievable. I know we didn't get to the bar scene. Another day. This will be our go-to, like, when we play a horror game, we like decompress with fanfiction. That's gonna be the way. I think that's the play. But yes, that is okay. So we have a stream tomorrow, but I need to remind. Oh, the gay panic with Mari. It's always Mari. Mari always has the gay panic. Why is it always me? Actually, yeah. Why am I always gay panic? When is it time for you guys to have gay panic? I think it's time that you guys had to deal with the gay panic. It would only be fair, you know? Just share it out a little bit. Yes, so tomorrow... Okay, so tomorrow is... we have the Soul Link stream tomorrow, but that is not on my channel. I mean, finding some and I might... Noted. I've never actually read that, like, anything from that category. I've only read Women Love Women content. I know, insane. But yeah, tomorrow will be on Ava's channel. I will put links. We see I only have consistent gay panic with Eula Lawrence, Botan, and Amber, but in the pound into dust. Amazing. Big mood on Eula. Okay, sure, I am doing a Eula Impact stream next week because Eula's banner drops. So I'm doing a Genshin stream and I'm doing all of my pulls. I have 357 pulls at the moment for her. We're trying to C6 the girl. I'm very excited. But it'll be early for you, so I don't know if you'll be able to make it. Like, I'm doing it straight away on stream. And stream starts at, if I remember correctly, let me double check. Let me check what time I set stream start. 7 p.m. my time, which is my usual start time. You'll set an alarm. Incredible. It's 7 a.m. EST that will be starting that. But I'm planning on doing all of her pulls. So we have 357, and I'm going to be spending the next couple of days because I don't stream this weekend. Whatever free time that I have between working on commissions and IRL stuff that I have to do, I'm going to be trying to, you know, really push to get as many pulls as I can before that time without having to pull out the bank card. Because I would prefer not to have to spend money. You know, the gacha should not win against me. But yeah, hopefully we'll be getting some new pulls. We'll get a couple of... Well, hopefully we'll C6 Eula. And we need to pray that I don't lose the 50-50 to Jean because I want Eula to be my first C6, like, 5-star. And Jean is C5. So if I pull one Jean in all of those pools. My goal of Eula being my first C6 gold is ruined, and it is iconically funny that it's Jean that could ruin this for me, because of course it's Jean versus Eula. It's fucking insane. I like your funny words, Magic Man. Exactly. So that was lovely. I got D&D later today. Oh, it was a good way. You got all of the reading adventures going in. But yes, tomorrow will be on Ava's channel. My posts for Twitter specifically remind that as well. So don't come to this channel. Go to Ava's channel for it. Because if you come here, there's not going to be anything here. Crazy thought. But it's going to be interesting. I'm going to want a KMS for like half of the stream. Wait, which one is it? So tomorrow's stream is going to be our Soul Link challenge, which is Ava's playing Heart Gold, I'm playing Soul Silver. I randomized the seeds, and we essentially have to get through the game. And I did the rule sets too, so I've done all of the prep. No, I mean, I don't know what her channel is. Oh, let me get it for you. I have it set to remind people, but I'll just grab it now as well. So this is one of my gen mates. I have multiple gen mates. This is one of them. I know what the Soul Link is. I watched Jaden animation. I love that Jaden made it so like more well known now. Thank God. I fucking love Soul Links though. They've been happening for years before Jaden's video, and I appreciate her for kind of really pushing the Nuzlocke runs to the forefront in the community. It's so good because now I can bring people in and suffer with me without it being weird. Isn't that amazing? It's literally how I got Ava to agree to this with me. I sent them a link and I said, do this with me. And they were like, yeah, okay, that looks fun. I was like, yes, thank you, Jaden. Because me trying to negotiate and persuade Ava to do that, I don't think they would have said yes. Because like I've built the rule set. So it's like playing through the same game at the same time. Encounters for players on each route are linked. Hopefully you get a lot of Salamence. Oh god, no. If only if I could really use a Salamence right now. But oh, it's gonna be a nightmare. It's gonna be so funny. I'm gonna want to cry. I have got years in Pokemon like runs and Nuzlocke runs, and Ava is very new to Pokemon. Like, very new to Pokemon. So it's gonna be interesting. I think their first game was Sun and Moon, if I remember correctly. And my first game was Yellow. I got notice set up there. Yes, let's go. It's gonna be a nightmare. I'm gonna cry at least once. But it's funny because she's playing Heart Gold, so it's gonna be funnier. Dang, my first game was Pearl. Jesus, I just felt like I just got aged 10 years at that. Yeah, no, my first game was Yellow. And then I played Red. And then I got Gold, Silver, then Crystal. And then every release, I continued just getting the games. I have grown up with this. I've grown up with Pokemon. It molded and shaped my entire being. So yeah, we've got a very big difference in knowledge and understanding of Nuzlocke. And this will be her first Nuzlocke as well. So I'm not making it easy for her. She's kind of getting thrown in the deep end with her first ever Nuzlocke being this. I accidentally opened the tab to Ava's channel and said, she's offline, check out these streamers. And it was you, and it was echoing so my brain was scrapped. First game I finished was Scarlet because the poison gym leader in Pearl, I went to get milk and never came back, so I couldn't find her. Jesus, that's insane. God, I just can't get over the first game for you being Pearl. Gen 4, so Diamond and Pearl, were almost the reason I stopped playing Pokemon altogether. Because my Diamond copy was so buggy and so bad that I was like, I don't like this. I fucking hate this. That's when I was a kid. I watched the anime. Oh my god. I used to watch the Pokemon cartoons in the morning before like going out. It was
Fucking childhood memories right there. That shit slapped. And Yu-Gi-Oh too. We had Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, Bakugan Brawl. That shit was fucking nice. Love my homegirl Dawn and Piplup and Darkrai so much. Oh my god. That's amazing. Piplup is my baby. I've known so many people who really love Piplup. It's insane. I am honestly on the Cyndaquil is the best starter Pokemon truther like agenda. And I will die on that hill. Cyndaquil is absolutely the best starter Pokemon of all time. It hits different. That's a tiny little man, you know? He's a little big guy. He's a little big man. I think the only sad part about the Nuzlocke that we're doing tomorrow is that I won't get a Cyndaquil starter. Which is kind of sad because all of that is randomized, so I don't know what we're getting. Because the test one that I'm using was a test one, and then I have a finalized copy for us to actually put in when it's time to go. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. I keep telling myself it's going to be fun. And that one also does start later as well. So normally my streams start at 7, but because it's over on her channel, we're starting a lot later in the day. So I don't think you need to set too much of an alarm because the stream will start at 10 a.m. EST. I mean, it's better than losing Cyndaquil. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Hopefully we can get a Cyndaquil in the game. That would be kind of lit. But yeah, tomorrow's stream is 10 p.m. plus 8. So speed and I's time 10 p.m. And then for Americans, EST 10 a.m. It's gonna be interesting. I'm not sleeping. But yes, I do need to depart because I have to be awake at 5 a.m. in the morning and I need sleep. Let's go, we're going at speed time. Fuck yeah! Alrighty. And with that, as we always say at the end of stream, good morning, good evening, and everything in between, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and good night! So fuck that up.